Let's now go to Gua Sha. Let's discuss indigestion. It is caused by the obstacle of gastric motility, falling into the category of gastric fullness and stomach ache. This is due to the intake of too much fat and sweet food as well as alcoholics, which harmed and overburdened the spleen and stomach for a long time, as well as slowed down metabolism. Such illness lies in the stomach, liver, and spleen. Therefore, it is advisable to treat the illness by strengthening the spleen and stomach, relieving the depressed liver, promoting digestion and purgation. People with indigestion should eat less at each meal, but eat more frequently and avoid too much hunger or too much intake as to prevent the stomach and intestines from being overburdened. Do not eat cold, hard, or spicy food. Don't drink liquor, and pay attention to keeping the stomach warm. Eating more coarse grain is conducive to digestion. However, don't eat excessive coarse grain at time or eat too frequently. Generally, 3 times a week will be proper. Otherwise, intestines and stomach will feel unbearable and upset. We have here the points to be used. The GV14 under the spinous process of the seventh cervical vertebrae. Next is the bladder 20, 1.5 soon horizontally away from the 11th thoracic vertebra. Next is bladder 22, 1.5 soon away from the spinous process of the first lumbar vertebra. Next is the GV5 in the cavity lumbar vertebra on the waist. Next is the spleen 4 in the metatarsal area at the anterior border of the red and white flesh to the base of the first metatarsal bone. Next is stomach 36, about 3 soon below the knee on the outer side of the tibia. Next is liver 13 on the lateral abdomen below the free extremity of the 11th rib. Next is CV6, about 1.5 soon below the navel. We have CV12 on the upper abdomen, 4th soon above the center of the navel on the anterior midline. Next is stomach 25, about 2 soon horizontally away from the navel. For recommended procedures, the Jai Shu point, Shan Shu point, Pi Shu point, and Sanjiao Shu point. Use the surface scraping to scrape the Dai Shu point to Shan Shu point along due meridian on the back from up to down, and then scrape both sides of the spine from Pi Shu point to Sanjiao Shu point along the bladder meridian. Next is the Chongguan point, Chai Hai point, Tian Shu point, and the Changmen point. Use the surface scraping to scrape from Chongguan point to Chai Hai point along Ren meridian from up to down, as well as the Tian Shu point on both sides of the stomach meridian and the Changmen points on both sides of the liver meridian. Next is the Susan Li point and the Gongzun point. Use the flat scraping to scrape the Susan Li point, or use the corner of the scraping to press and knead Susan Li point to Gongzun point. Thank you for your attention.